Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. Today we're going to take a look at the Combiner Wars Transformers Bombshell from Hasbro. As you can see here we have the carded version of Bombshell. It doesn't give you a great deal of detail on the front, just says Combiner Wars across the top. A nice bit of artwork showing Bombshell and also the Generations Transformers logo on the side. If we turn to the back you can see it tells you it's Bombshell, and then that's about it really. Just says Decepticon Master of Mind Control. So we'll go ahead and open this and then we can compare this modern figure to the vintage G1 Transformers Bombshell that I have here on the right. And here we have Bombshell out of the packet. Inside the packet you get a set of instructions which are fairly straightforward to follow. You get a collector's card, as you can see here. You don't often get these in the sort of UK issue of these figures. I've seen them before a lot when I pick up figures from Japan. You always get a little card inside, but this is the first one I've had in the UK where you also get the card. So these are quite nice things to sort of have in a collection, especially if you've got a lot of them. But you know, if they get lost, it's not a problem. It's just a card. I can't even actually get this one out of the bag here at the moment, but yeah, it's just a card. Doesn't have a great deal of information on it, just the logo on the back and the nice bit of artwork on the front. The first thing I will say about this figure is I love the fact it's pretty much the same size as the original G1 figure that I have here on the right. I think that's quite nice. It gives you a little bit of continuity from the old to the new. The figure itself feels pretty plasticky. Unlike the G1, there's no sort of metal bits, it's all just made out of plastic. Has a pretty good sculpt to it. The face is quite nice, as you can see there. Pretty good representation of Bombshell's face, and a nice Decepticon logo on the front. Paint job is fairly basic. There's a few little flashes of paint, but mainly it's just done in the plastic colours. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad, sort of straight out of the box. Let's go ahead and transform it. It's a fairly straightforward transformation, as you would imagine on something this small. I won't talk you through it because it's pretty easy to do. But it's, you know, and it's very reminiscent of the original figure actually. The fact it's sort of fairly basic stuff, fairly basic bits that you have to move, and easy for kids to do, which a lot of the modern figures I find are just a little bit too complicated for children to actually bother transforming, and that's why you find them in charity shops for cheap prices, because kids just can't transform them, get bored with them and want to get rid of them. So there we have him in his insect mode. Looks pretty nice. I'll transform the original G1 one as well so you can see this sort of comparison. Again, they do stay roughly the same size. I think the G1 one is slightly larger in this mode. It is a pretty nice figure. I do quite like this. I've always had a thing for the Insecticons, and I think this is a good modern interpretation of the vintage figure. It is a bit of a shame it doesn't come with a weapon. The original G1 one obviously came with his little blaster, as you can see here, and also the G1 version had a folding out sort of pouch that you could hide things in, hide Energon cubes in, which was a big part of their story within the Transformers cartoon series. Overall though, I think this modern Combiner Wars one is pretty nice. It's you know, it harks back to the old days but has a sort of modern design elements to it. It would have been a little bit nicer if they'd put some sort of metal portions in it. It just feels a little bit sort of plasticky, but overall it's a pretty nice figure, and I would say if you can find these, they're well worth picking up. It means I'm now going to go and hunt down the rest of the Insecticons so I can have all three in a row. So overall though, very nice figure, one that I'm actually quite pleased to get, which is not often happens with these modern figures, so well worth getting. And thanks for watching.